Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So today I'm here and I want to try and maybe help answer a question when it comes to foldable phones, because people generally like them and they've been out for over a year now. Started with the Fold and a couple other ones, and now we've got the Z Fold, we got the Wing, we got the Z Flip, we got the Z Flip 5G, we got the Duo, there's a lot of them out there now. So I thought that I would take this opportunity, since I have tested out and I own some of them, like the Z Flip 5G, and I've also got the Z Fold 2 here, and there's actually something special about this I want to talk about. And then also the brand new, well not new, but new to me, the LG Wing. So I want to talk about these phones because they kind of bring something to the table that a lot of other devices don't, but at the same time, they also take more away from your wallet than other phones do. So there's kind of some things to factor in here and to think about before you go into maybe buying one, but hopefully I can help offer some insight on that. But before we do that, I do want to say, if this is your first time stopping by the channel, I appreciate you being here. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Let's talk about some flip phones. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself when you think about getting a folding phone or one of these novel form factors is, what kind do you want? Because there's a couple different profiles, there's a couple different types. There's the clamshell style, like the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip and the Motorola RAZR. They're the traditional flip phone. They open up like this, where you've got the full length of the screen, and then they close back down, they fold in half, they have a smaller form factor. Then you have something more like the Z Fold 2, which is a more tablet style phone, where you get the front screen on the outer shell, and then on the inside you've got the big screen for the tablet mode. So this is another illustration of a different type of folding phone. The Surface Duo is also kind of similar to this too, because it opens up and then you've got the two big screens as opposed to opening it up in just one screen. So there's that. And then there's this little gem of the Nile, not denial, just so you heard that right, with the LG Wing. And this one also brings a different flavor to the table because you get the second screen up on the top, which is a novel concept. It's kind of neat. LG kind of swung for the fences with this one, and I think the problem is more LG than the actual phone itself, because really I do like this phone a lot. So that's the first thing you need to decide on. What form factor do you want? And one thing that may influence your form factor decision is price, because price can be very prohibitive in your decision-making process. For instance, the Z Flip 5G started off MSRP $1449. You can find them cheaper than that now, but that's what they cost brand new when they first came out. And then you've got the Z Fold 2, this one $19.99 MSRP. So it's very, very expensive, the most expensive available in the North American market. And then you've got something like this guy here, the LG Wing, which $9.99 MSRP, but of course you can get it, at least you could recently, for as low as about $500 through T-Mobile or LG. There are some options out there, and the prices fluctuate greatly, also with time, because most of these phones you can get significantly cheaper, and I'll have some links down in the drop down directly to Amazon where you can see the most current prices, as well as the Amazon renewed prices, which are much, much cheaper. Because for one thing, if you're interested in the Z Flip 5G, I would say just get the Z Flip. You can get it Amazon renewed, I think most recently for about $600 or $700, which is a far cry from where it was a year ago at $1380. So there are some differences whenever it comes to what kind of phone you want, how much you want to spend, but then also what's your motivation for buying it. Is it because you want something flashy? Is it something that you want that's an attention grabber? Because if you're sitting there and you're like, hold on, let me get your number real quick, and then you open up your phone and people are like, whoa, dude, that's cool. Well, in 2020 and 2021, that doesn't happen a whole lot because we don't see a lot of people face to face. But when life returns to normal, this right here is kind of cool. And I feel like we kind of missed that opportunity, because the best of what's been available for folding phones came out in 2021 when we couldn't go out and show our phones off, which is one of the cool things about having these neat form factors. But yeah, do you want something that works like this, or do you want something that works like this, where you can open it up and you have a big tablet? Or do you want something like this, where you can use the top screen to watch your videos on while you still use the bottom screen? Or you get the cool feature where this one right here actually works, the camera works, it's got a built-in gimbal, so you can shoot really smooth and fluid video. So there are different things that they bring to the table. So I think you need to figure out which form factor you do want, how much money do you want to spend? Do you want to buy new or you want to buy renewed? And then what are you trying to get out of the phone? Because those are kind of the important things you need to worry about here, because I mean, you're going to be stuck with it. And especially if you're going to be spending a bunch of money, this is something that is a significant investment you're going to be holding on to for a long time. Now, just some of the benefits I'll talk about real quick, so maybe this will help you make your decision. The Z Flip 5G and the Motorola RAZR are the two most forefront, I think, folding phones for most people, because we're very familiar with this, especially if you have any age on you. I mean, if you're like 18 or 20 years old, you probably never really got to use a flip phone other than, when your parents handed you one when you were a kid to play with. This right here is reminiscent of days of old when phones used to look like this, except they didn't have a folding AMOLED panel inside of them that, turns into a really nice, cool phone. And then, so what do you get with that? Well, with the Z Flip, you get this cool thing called Flex Mode, where you can put the phone and you can open it up partially like this, and especially for certain apps that support it, like YouTube, where you can see the YouTube video at the top and the description and the comments down on the bottom. It actually has some function to it, so there's that. Also, it makes for a smaller form factor. Yes, you do lose battery because this one only has a 3300 milliamp battery. Doesn't last the longest. It should get you through a day, but you're not going to get much beyond that. So you get a smaller form factor. Also, you get the little screen on the outside of it. This actually works as a rangefinder. It's kind of a neat thing because you can take pictures and it will work as a viewfinder, a rangefinder, whatever it's called. So you can actually see yourself in there. So it's kind of a neat thing. So that's something you can do there as well. Also with this, you can use it just like you did an old flip phone. If you want to answer the phone, open it up to answer the phone. If you want to hang the phone up, especially if you get like mad and you're like, oh my gosh, when I hang up, and you can just hang it up like, So you can do that too. So those are a lot of the different things that go along with the clamshell style. Very much applies to the RAZR as well, but the RAZR has that outside screen that you can actually do things with. So I like that. Now, that's it with the clamshell style. Now, if you want something like the Fold is a really interesting phone because not only does it work as a folding phone, the folding phone has purpose and function. It's great because you can just pick it up and use it normally like this, fully functional on the outside, and then you open it up on the inside and you get this gigantic 7.6 inch screen, which is basically like having a tablet with you at all times. Has very good battery life, and this offers a lot of different options for multitasking. You can have several different windows open at the same time. You can be watching videos and doing other things all at the same time. So there's some really good features to this as well. You also get the flex mode just like you do with the Z Flip, where you can open this up. You can use the front screen as a rangefinder, viewfinder, rangefinder, whatever it is. And that's just neat. You can do some cool things with this, but it's very, very expensive. It's like $2,000. Now, there is one thing I'm going to tell you about. This may not be applicable later because I believe this offer expires at the beginning of April 2021. Currently, right now, if you're watching this, this is the 23rd of February. These two phones, the Z Flip 5G and the Z Fold 2 through Samsung, you can actually try them for 100 days. Like normally you have a 14-day return policy. The return policy has been extended. You get up to 100 days. So you can test this out and see if you like it and decide whether you want to keep it before you go ahead and return it if 2 weeks is not enough time. So that's kind of a neat thing. It takes some of that edge off of, one, how much money you're putting into it. Plus they give you tons of money for trade-in stuff. So, and this is not a plug to sell Samsung phones. I don't have an affiliate link. This is just a good option. So if you go ahead and go that route, you can buy one from them and you get 100 days to try it out. That's plenty of time to find out whether you like the phone or not. It takes a lot of that pressure off. It takes a lot of the anxiety out of the purchase because it's so expensive, and knowing that, hey, I can enjoy this. I can really get to see if I like it. And then if I don't like it, I can get rid of it, give it back, and get my money back. And that's particularly important, I think, because you may really like the idea of one of these phones, but then once you get it, it may not be what you expect it to be, or it may not be as cool as you think it is. For instance, I thought I would really like the Fold, but I actually like the Z Flip a lot better. Mostly just because I really like being able to close the phone up completely. I like the small form factor, and I like just having a traditional screen to use as opposed to the smaller one on the front. And then I don't really find that I open it up all the time to use this big screen and then close it all the time. Some people love it. It's just not for me. But had I known better, I probably would have just got the Z Flip and not had bought the Fold 2 as well. And then also, I like having a traditional phone. I really like just having my regular S21 Ultra because I have a really big screen all the time. Plus, I've got the stylus to go along with it. So you may actually find out that you like a normal phone better than one of these folding phones. So that's also another factor to take into consideration if you're interested in getting one. But just so you know, Samsung has that feature right now, the 100-day tryout policy, but that's not available through carriers. It's only through Samsung. And then you've got something interesting like this, which is the LG Wing, where you get the second screen up top. It's cool because the second screen allows you to do other things while you're using the bottom screen. So if you want to fire up a YouTube video, watch the YouTube video up top. It's not interfering with what you're doing. And then down here on the bottom, you can still be using Chrome. You can be using your browser to do stuff that you would normally do. You can be sending text messages like you would normally use your phone for, and it's not being interfered with. So you've got the screen up top. But then on top of that, you can use the camera. It actually has, if you use the camera in this mode, you've got the controls down here, and then you've got the fully functional screen up here that shows you the camera, and you can use the gimbal feature in it to record videos, so it's really, really cool. It's kind of like having a GoPro built into your phone. So there is actually some usable, functional features that this phone exists for. And what's cool about this phone, I actually ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Of course, it was sent out to me as a review unit. I didn't buy it, so just take that with a grain of salt. Yes, my thoughts and opinions are objective, but you know, I didn't spend $1,000 for this. That's something you're going to have to go buy. But at $9.99, I don't really think it's worth it. I'm just going to tell you. But if you go out and you can get one for $4.99 or less than $500 that LG's had them on sale for recently, I think it's a heck of a deal. At about $500, I think it is an absolute sweet spot for this phone because you get great performance, great battery life. It's built really well, and it's also very enjoyable and it's fun to use. So anyway, that's just about the LG Wing. It is very functional. It does bring a lot to the table. It's not just a silly thing that this phone does. It actually does have some functionality to it. And I got to tell you, the typing experience on it, if you put Gboard on here, is really nice. So yeah, those are really, I know I kind of went on and went off track a little bit, but my mind gets to going places when I talk about these things. And just as an owner of these different multifaceted, multi-form factor phones, you might get one and be like, wow, I really like this phone. But then you could also get it and be like me with the Z Fold 2 and be like, I kind of wish I didn't spend $2,000 on that. So yes, maybe the Samsung option is the way to go when it goes that route. But overall, I just wanted to give you some thoughts, some opinions, some insight on the world of these different devices and what they bring to the table. They actually do have real meaning and purpose. It's just like cars or just like your regular phone already. You have to find the one that lines up with your personality, what you want to get out of it, what you want to do with it, and then that will allow you to maximize the experience and really enjoy the phone. Originally, when I started talking, it was how much do you want to spend, what phone do you want, and what do you want it for? Like, what's the purpose? And then kind of went into some of the different reasons why these phones exist and what they're good at, so that way maybe you could kind of nail down one of the different form factors that you want if you're looking at doing this or trying to figure out why anyone would want to buy it. They're very cool. They all bring something different to the table, and it's nice because a lot of them kind of have normal phone functionality, so it's very similar to something you use already. It just adds a different element, especially the Z Flip. The Z Flip, I think, is the most understandable form factor for most people. It has a lot of wow factor. It's cool, but at the same time, it's basically just a normal phone. And then it's cool with the Wing because, hey, it's a normal phone. Oh, no, it's not anymore. You get the cool stuff. And then, like with the Fold, it's really neat too because you get the normal phone functionality on the outside, which is neat, but then you really get this gigantic like tablet screen on the inside. So those are just some of the things. I talked about some of the prices as well. Really, you just have to find what you want and see if that lines up with your needs, your wants, the money you have available, or financing options if those are available, and then go for it. And then also right now, of course, these have been out for a little while, so the prices have dropped. There's some decent deals out there as well. So do some research, look around, find which one you want, and hopefully this has been helpful in giving you some insight as far as purchasing decisions go. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any specific questions about any of the phones that I talked about in here, I've made videos on pretty much all of them. And then also if you have any direct questions or comments, please feel free to leave those in the comments section. I'll get back with you. And also, if you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.